Ever pondered over the thought, what exactly is a sigma? Our journey today begins with this enigma. Often misunderstood, often underestimated, the sigma personality is a unique one in the socio-sexual hierarchy. You see, it's not an alpha, not a beta, but something entirely different. Imagine an individual who thrives in solitude, a lone wolf if you will. This is the sigma, an introverted, self-reliant figure. They don't conform to societal norms or expectations. Instead, they create their own rules, their own norms. They are the masters of their own universe, detached from the conventional social order. While alphas and betas are busy jostling for positions within societal hierarchies, sigmas are content to exist outside of these structures. They don't seek approval or validation from others, and they don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. Their sense of self-worth comes from within, not from external validation or social acceptance. So, what defines a sigma? Well, they are typically introverted, but don't mistake their quiet demeanor for weakness or lack of confidence. On the contrary, sigmas are often highly intelligent and deeply introspective. They are self-sufficient and prefer their own company to the hustle and bustle of social gatherings. They are non-conformists, not bound by societal expectations or norms. They value their independence and freedom above all else. Sigmas are also highly adaptable. They can blend into different environments and situations with ease, making them something of a social chameleon. They are not bound by any set rules or expectations, and this gives them the freedom to navigate life in their own unique way. Remember, being a sigma is not about being superior or inferior to others. It's about being different, being unique, being independent. It's about choosing to live life on your own terms, away from societal pressures and expectations. Now that we understand the sigma persona, let's explore its relationship with sexuality. This is where the plot thickens, where the enigma of the sigma becomes even more intriguing, so buckle up because you're in for a fascinating ride. So how does the sigma personality type connect with sexuality? Well, to understand this, we first need to appreciate the nature of sexuality itself. Sexuality is not a monolith, it is a spectrum. It's as diverse and multifaceted as the human beings who embody it. It is a personal journey of self-discovery and self-expression, and it's unique to every individual. Now let's introduce the sigma personality into this equation. Sigmas are known for their introverted, self-reliant, and nonconformist traits. They tend to forge their own path, often straying from societal norms and expectations. In the context of sexuality, this nonconformity might mean that a sigma has an openness to exploring their sexuality in ways that others may not. However, it's essential to clarify that being a sigma doesn't dictate one's sexuality. Just as with any other personality type, a sigma can identify anywhere along the sexual spectrum. Their introverted and nonconformist traits merely suggest a potential for a more profound exploration of their sexual identity, not a predetermined sexual orientation. But here's where misconceptions can arise. Some people might assume that because sigmas are introverted and nonconformist, they might be more likely to identify as gay, bisexual, or somewhere else on the LGBTQ+ spectrum. This assumption, however, is a simplification of both sigma personality traits and the nature of sexuality. It conflates introversion and nonconformity with being non-heteronormative, which is not necessarily the case. Remember, being a sigma is about rejecting societal norms and expectations, not about one's sexual orientation. A sigma can indeed be gay, but they can also be straight, bisexual, asexual, or any other sexual orientation. The sigma personality type doesn't define one's sexuality, but it can influence how one explores and expresses it. So, to sum things up, the sigma personality type and sexuality are two separate facets of an individual's identity that can intersect in unique ways. The sigma's nonconformist nature can lead to a wider exploration of their sexuality, but it doesn't predetermine it. As we can see, sigma's nonconformist nature can lead to a wider exploration of their sexuality. Here's the thought-provoking question: can a sigma be gay? Now that's a question that might seem easy to answer, but let's delve a bit deeper to truly understand it. First off, let's clarify something important. A sigma is a personality type, not a sexual orientation. The sigma male is often described as the lone wolf, the one who strays from the pack and marches to the beat of their own drum. They're independent, self-sufficient, and tend to avoid the spotlight. But how does this tie into their sexuality? Well, it doesn't, not directly anyway. You see, personality types and sexual orientation are two distinct aspects of identity. Just as a person's eye color doesn't determine their favorite food, a person's personality type doesn't determine their sexual orientation. It's important to acknowledge that anyone, regardless of their personality type, can be gay, straight, bisexual, asexual, or any other sexual orientation. Now you might ask, why is this even a question? Why do we feel the need to categorize and label everything? And that's a valid point. Our society often likes to put things in neat little boxes to make sense of the world around us. But when it comes to human beings, things are rarely that simple. We are complex, multifaceted creatures, each with our own unique blend of traits and characteristics. So why do we even ask if a Sigma can be gay? Well, perhaps it's because we're trying to understand the world better to make sense of the diversity and complexity of human nature. And that's not a bad thing, as long as we remember that stereotypes and assumptions can be harmful, that they can limit our understanding and acceptance of others. Let's remember that a Sigma, like any other personality type, can be gay, but they can also be straight, bisexual, asexual, and so on. Their sexuality, like their personality, is a part of who they are, but it doesn't define them. So to put it simply, yes, a Sigma can be gay. But remember, a Sigma can also be straight, bisexual, asexual, and so on. To conclude, let's summarize our discussion. We've delved deep into the intriguing world of the Sigma personality type, a distinct category that stands apart from the traditional alpha-beta dichotomy. Sigmas are known for their self-sufficiency, introversion, and nonconformity. We also explored the wide spectrum of human sexuality, a rainbow of diverse experiences and identities. Sexuality is a deeply personal aspect of who we are, and it's not dictated by our personality type. Which brings us to our final point. Can a Sigma be gay? The answer is a resounding yes. Just like alphas, betas, or any other personality type, Sigmas can identify anywhere on the sexual orientation spectrum. It's crucial to understand that we shouldn't make assumptions about someone's sexuality based on their personality type. So, next time you meet a Sigma, remember they could be gay, straight, or anything in between. But most importantly, they are individuals with their own unique experiences and identities.